Good morning, you guys. I'm gonna wait and start giving people the opportunity to get the notifications. Hey, the Black Barbie. How's everyone doing this morning? We're gonna do a quick live. Hey, who done it? Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe, okay? Hey, Cypress TV. Hey, Mario. New to you, Kenny. You guys make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hold on, guys. Okay. Okay. Hey, DC King. New to you, Joy Loves God, TT Baby, Michelle, Tyranny, Tamra, Phyllis. I hope I didn't miss anyone. We're gonna wait up 2 more minutes to let people start tuning in. And y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. That kicks the video into the algorithm. And if you haven't you don't have your notifications on, turn on all of your notifications, okay? And if you have not joined my membership, definitely get the platinum membership, okay? Like, share. Hey, Jay Clyde, I ain't seen you in here in a minute. What's been going on, Jay Clyde? What's the tea? Um, Kimberly G. Finley. We're gonna talk about this district attorney. I knew it was coming. I did, but I'm kind of happy that it's happening right now, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I am. But y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. He said, "I'm working. I wish I had some tea." I tell you. Hey, the real little tea, Miss Roberta. Shout out to my moderators. Make sure y'all put some respect on their name. Hey, G Money 69. Y'all turn on all y'all's notifications if you haven't. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's see if y'all are hitting the like button. Kick the video into the algorithm. Yep. Hey, JM 901. And for those of you all who are subscribed to my Real Talk with Tamara TOO page, make sure you subscribe to my Real Talk with Tamara page also, the main one, okay? I'm just waiting for more people to start coming in so we could talk about this district attorney and some more stuff because yeah, it's quite a bit of stuff going on. Hey, Fox. You know, okay, yeah, we'll get ready to talk about that. And you guys, make sure you hit the like button, regardless to what page you're on. Make sure you run those likes up for me. Like, share, and subscribe, okay? Yeah, peace and blessings to everyone. If you would like to adopt a senior, you could definitely shout out to your choice towing, who really who took on adopting two seniors. Shout out to him. I listen. I don't know if I know he was one of the ones that sent me. If you are one of the ones that's adopting a senior, if you reached out to me on Facebook, reach out to me again and send me your number so I can call you and talk to you and explain what I'm doing. Um, my days kind of run together sometimes, but if you are one of the ones adopting the senior, I know there were a couple people reached out to me. My inbox be filled up, and I be looking for people's names and numbers and stuff, and I forget. So just send me your name and number again on Facebook, so I could call you today. Okay. Anyways, you guys, I wanted to talk about Lord Jesus. I guess I better make this quick because they already talking about the I get so tired of my internet provider. Let me go ahead and get my phone ready. So in case I have to log in from my phone, y'all know how we do it. Because it's already saying that the internet is acting up. I'm so damn tired of this provider. Anyways, you guys, hold on, y'all. Because it was acting a fool yesterday. I just went on live. And this is one of those mornings I got to work from home and do reports and stuff. Okay, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Okay. So the Shelby County District Attorney and a judge is Brent Taylor is calling for a investigation on the Shelby County District Attorney's office and a judge for illegal practices. Let's go there.
At flymemphis.com.
It says for illegal restorative justice
into a Shelby County judge and the district attorney. Now he's calling out the two for what he calls illegal handling of convictions. Our Kevin McNamara spoke with the senator, and Kevin, what did he have to say?
Yeah, Pepper. Senator Taylor is calling for an investigation into what you just said. He calls them illegal restorative justice schemes by Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy and Shelby County Judge Paula Scahn. He sent a letter to the Tennessee Board of Judicial Conduct and the Tennessee Board of Professional Responsibility, asking them to investigate the pair.
They had a predetermined outcome before they ever had a hearing.
State Senator Brent Taylor is demanding change, calling for an investigation of Judge Paula Scahn and Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy. He says they've mishandled two cases. In 2000, Memphis native Courtney Anderson was sentenced to nearly 163 years in prison on multiple counts of theft and forgery. Last year, Judge Scahn reduced his sentence to 15 years, effectively a time-served sentence. The Tennessee Appeals Court disagreed with Judge Scahn, reinstating Anderson's sentence, then saying, quote, The trial court, prior to an actual filing by the petitioner, hearing any argument from the parties, or taking any evidence, was prepared to grant the petitioner relief. The lawyer representing Anderson is Terrell Tinton. His office did not respond to a request for comment on Wednesday.
I don't disagree that perhaps Courtney Anderson's sentence was excessive, but there's a legal remedy for that. He had exhausted all of his other appeals. All of the other appeals said it was a legal sentence. So he was left with one option, and that is to seek clemency from the governor.
Another case involved Michael Sample. He was taken off death row after being found intellectually disabled. Sample was convicted of a 1981 double murder in Memphis. Taylor has harsh words for officials who, in his eyes, are part of a lack of accountability in the system.
I recommend they resign their positions, join the ministry, become a pastor, and leave the prosecutions of criminals up to people who want to try to fix this community and make it safer.
No word yet on if this will become an active investigation, but DA Steve Mulroy sent ABC 24 a statement in response to the letter, saying in part, quote, a 162-year sentence for a string of nonviolent thefts was overly harsh. Mr. Anderson served a lengthy 25-year term, which was enough to see his full statement. You can head to abc24.com and click on this story. Pepper, back to you.
Okay, now, I agree with the senator, okay? Now, I'm not saying, because I think I did a story on one of the young men who was over sentenced, and what she did was she didn't follow the protocol. He was supposed to go before the governor, which probably would have given him clemency, right? But if you think about it, Steve Mulroy has come in, and I like Steve. You know, as a person, I think Steve is a nice guy. But, you know, I'm hearing that Steve Mulroy, you know, when he first started coming in, because he kind of ran on that. He kind of ran on, I'm talking about when he was running for office, we're going to stop crime. And then he kind of changed it to, he kind of started going along. We're going to start reversing sentences, and, you know, we're going to convict the police. Now, the police that commit crimes, they need to be convicted. They need to be charged, right? But there's way more black on black crime. And so he came in reversing sentences, and you have families that's outraged because he want to come in and he's like, well, you know, let's do rehabilitation. Let's do it this way. No family who has lost a loved one to a violent crime want to hear nothing about rehabilitation. All they want to hear is justice for their loved one, right? And so I'm kind of glad that this is happening, because somebody said that Steve Mulroy said, you know, allegedly, you know, it came from a third party person. I thought that this is what the African Americans wanted. You know, a lot of them have been over sentenced, and he want to come in and start reversing those sentences. No, not those that have committed violent crimes. I think he's doing it wrong, you know. And so that's why crime is completely out of control, because you got a district attorney, you got a few judges that are working with him. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're being paid up under the table, because now you have to understand, when you start having judges and district attorneys and things of that nature, because I was told by somebody real reliable, y'all know one of my reliable sources, that people hate to hear me say, okay, but always taking the information and running with it. I heard by one of my reliable sources that there have been prosecutors since Steve Mulroy has taken office resigning in record numbers. So you got all of these cases, these prosecutors who were working these cases. You got cases that are being left open, that are falling behind. And so prosecutors are having to step in on cases that they were not even working on. That's how people mess around and get let out, right? When there's a case overload, and prosecutors who are having to pick up the pieces of certain cases that they were not even working on, right? So they're saying prosecutors are resigning because of his practices of kind of wanting to just let everybody go. So I'm happy, especially in this era of what's going on. And hey, I'm talking about justice for anybody, because there are so many people that's waiting and wanting justice for their loved ones. I feel like if you do the crime, you got to go do the time, okay? But especially with a case like we have big cases such as big as like Young Dolph's case, when you got people who's got quite a bit of money to start throwing around to get to hire experts to put doubt in the jury's mind and to try and poke holes. We already see how what Straight Drop's attorney did, but he shot himself in the foot. Come in and start trying to poke holes in cases that are airtight. Now, you got district attorneys, because you might see Paul Hagerman, but there's a team of attorneys and investigators that work and that are assigned to these cases. But what we see is the lead attorney, which would be Paul Hagerman. So if Paul Hagerman messes around and let Steve Mulroy stress him out because he comes from the law school, has never tried a case, well, we want to go ahead and let this person out because he want to believe what somebody say. Well, maybe he sounds like he's telling the truth. Okay, then hey, that could be a disaster, right? We don't want any more district attorneys who have been working prosecutors who have been working in the DA's office for many years, that's skilled and experienced, resigning from positions, right, going to other counties because this man don't want them to do their job. He want to start letting everybody and their mama out, okay? He wants to start letting everybody and their mama out. So I'm happy that people are complaining, because now what's happening is it is affecting another community. That's what's going on. Because I was looking at that multi-millionaire that they killed. He was like a power broker in Memphis, like almost 5 years ago, I believe. And his family is finally getting justice, but they still were not satisfied. The guy got like 25 years or something like that, and I could tell that the family was not satisfied. Now this is a $1 million family. So when I was looking at how his family was complaining because this man he may have the money to make power moves, and they you had some thugs that killed him. He was just out taking a walk, okay, in the downtown area 5 years ago. So he finally gets justice. But I'm gonna tell you something, even with that happening, I was looking at the young man who was sitting in court, y'all, and I'm telling you, I have a bleeding heart, and I'm not gonna get upset and cry or whatever. But I was looking at the young man that did it, okay? And I was looking at him sitting in court, and I go, God, you got to do something as it relates to our people. And I started getting emotional. I hope, I hope I ain't gonna even say that, but I started getting emotional. I was like, this young man is sitting in court, okay, even though he only got 25 years because they said that he had some kind of mental disability. He had always been in CDC or whatever. I go, y'all, what's wrong with our people? I understand that things were engineered, but we still don't. If we know, because I hear people say all the time, well, they always just want to keep the black man's down. Well, if we understand what is going on, why do we always fall for it, right? Nobody is telling us to get out and rob and steal and kill. Nobody is telling us to do that. Okay. And so, like I said, I'm happy that that Steve Mulroy, they holding his feet to the fire, because I don't want there to be a travesty of justice as it relates to Young Dolph's case or any loved one's case, because it's more than just Young Dolph. But we understand that Young Dolph's case at this point has a lot of eyes on Memphis, and Memphis is already being called the lawless city because it's like a revolving door. And like I was saying with these judges, you talk about all of these programs that have started popping up, like they're just popping up out of nowhere. Like and the district attorney's office is wanting to work with them. You got judges wanting to work with them. And you're like, where do these companies, these nonprofits come from? And these nonprofits are already like multi-million-dollar nonprofits, right? So you think about what dog, they're already wanting to, they don't want them to have to pay their fees and stuff anymore. The criminals, well, you know, they're indigent. They shouldn't have to pay their fees. This nonprofit organization, the district attorney is working with this nonprofit organization, nonprofit organizations that none of us have ever even heard from about. So you have to watch that and be very meticulous about when you have people in power that start working with these nonprofit organizations that just pop up out of nowhere and ain't even, you know, Memphis based, ain't even really in your state. They come from other states, and we're doing this all over the United States because, hey, those nonprofit organizations have multi-million dollars already, and they're probably paying these politicians up under the table, right? Because we understand that crime pays. A lot of people really don't want crime to go down until it start affecting their community. As long as, okay, it's affecting the Black community, it's not a problem, right? But as soon as it starts affecting their community, that's when the calls and stuff starts. You know, the senators and the attorney generals and stuff start calling for investigations to happen, right? So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that a lot of this stuff is being you know, hey, brought to the forefront, a lot of eyes. And you're right, this is the season of exposition, you know, of exposing stuff, you know, because crime is completely out of control. Memphis is being called the lawless city, and it is because a lot of politicians, and this is what I can't understand, because Memphis has more African American politicians that sit on the council, that sit on the commission, basically overall just more Black politicians. Now, I don't know what the ratio is with the judges. I want to say that there are more white judges, but you know, I don't know. But I do know that overall, because Memphis is 76% African American, I do believe. Memphis is a mostly Black city. You have more African American politicians that are elected, and they sitting by allowing it to happen. And the reason why a lot of them are sitting back, allowing it to happen, y'all, is because they sell out for $1. My dad used to say excuse my French, my dad used to say 2 for a penny niggas. 2 for a penny niggas, which means they ain't worth a damn period. A lot of them. Okay, because all they want to do, they get into office, and that's why you have to be careful when people start running for office. They don't pay anything. They don't hardly pay any money, okay, for these positions. They make maybe like $30,000 a year. They get into it for the influence and the power. That's why they get into it. The influence and the power. Right? And so what they immediately start doing is taking money up under the table. Why aren't the African American politicians in Memphis in an outrage? You have politicians that start getting in office and crime gets worse. You need to start holding their feet to the fire. Wait a minute, what's going on? What y'all gonna do about this? Well, you know, no, we need to know, what are you all going to do about this crime? I'm the one living in the inner cities. What you gonna do? Well, you know, it ain't nothing I can do. Okay, well, I got you in 4 years. When you come back to the church and you pay the preacher to come and stand up in the pulpit, or you out there passing out your cards and slobbing all over the babies. I done told y'all about letting these folks kiss on your babies and go on. Talking about vote for me. I got you. We're going to throw rocks at you and run you up out our neighborhood because we're tired of suffering. But see, that don't happen. What ends up happening is, okay, all these leaders, let me just say this, got to be held to, their feet got to be held to the fire. Y'all going to have to start shooting some fire up under some people's ass. And I'm just talking about, I ain't talking about guns. I'm just saying, you're going to have to start holding them, put them in a hot seat and hold them accountable. Okay, Pastor, why you got this politician up here in your pulpit trying to influence your people? Okay, why do you have him up here? We have not seen him in 4 years. Well, he a good friend of mine. Okay, I'll tell you what, Pastor, because he ain't gonna, I love God. You know, I believe in going to church. But I tell you what I'm gonna do, Pastor. I'm getting ready to go to a little storefront church down the street and start giving that church my tithes and offerings. Since you want to bring politicians and put them in your pulpits, that ain't doing nothing for the community. You living in your mansion. I'm walking to church trying to believe God, and you bring a politician and put him in your pulpit to try to influence your people that you know believe in you to vote for him, then I can't come to your church no more. I got to go to another church. So people, a lot of leaders and pastors and stuff are considered leaders are going to have to be held accountable. You ain't got no business allowing Pharaoh, since we got to get biblical, to come up into your church and continuously hold your people in bondage when they ain't did nothing for the community. Right? And so people are going to have to be held accountable too. I'm talking about us for our actions, right? If you already know you ain't seen a politician, you ain't got no business going and voting for him simply because he black or name recognition. We as black people got it bad about doing that. Everybody takes advantage of the African American community. And everybody takes advantage of our community because we're divided and always at war. She got one more breadcrumb than me. Right? Because we're divided and because we don't do the research. We don't vet any politician. We don't vet them. All they got to do is come to our community. Y'all know I'm going to tell the truth. All they got to do is come to our community with a cheese basket. Okay? They come to our community with a cheese basket. And we'll mess around and vote for them again. And stuff like that has got to stop, y'all. It's got to stop. We got to start doing better. We do. We got to start doing better. So, you know, I'm happy that Steve Mulroy's feet is being held to the fire. Because like he said, they need to go join a ministry. If they want to rehabilitate everybody and don't want them to do time, that's the reason why you got folks doing a lot of what we see now. I was looking at Blackwood News and I was looking at people, they call them the Smash gang or something like that. I'm ready to pull that up. They just going and breaking into businesses and pulling up, y'all, and just tearing businesses apart. Now, you know, let me show y'all. Look at this. I mean, they just every day they're tearing businesses apart. What is going on with our community? Y'all, what is going on with our community? That's the reason why I say, y'all, we got to do better. We do. Nobody, no white man is making us get up and go and do something like this. Now, with all of these businesses, because see, I'm going to tell y'all something. I ain't stupid now. I do believe, you know, the crime is bad, but now you have to watch some of these businesses, especially when the same business is consistently being broken into. I know these criminals are off the chain, but now you got to think about some of these folks committing insurance fraud too. Now, it's a lot of insurance fraud going on because, I mean, hell, people are saying Memphis, hey, have it your way. You have it your way as far as crime in Memphis. People are saying, hell, if I want to do something to somebody, if I want to do some crime and get away with it, I'm just going to go to Memphis. So, yeah, these politicians' feet got to be held to the fire. It's got to be held to the fire. It don't make no sense, you know. But I found that little article, y'all, interesting because, hey, the crime was already bad, but it seemed to have surged when that district attorney took office. Okay, it seemed to have surged when he took office. And like I said, and it's simply because you know, people don't want. I mean, I don't know who he's working with. Like I said, I don't doubt that Steve Mulroy is intelligent. Of course, yes, he is a lawyer. He is. He's a lawyer. But he's never tried a case. He was always a professor for the law school, for the college, you know. Go to Memphis, the lawless bluff city. I'm telling you, people calling it the lawless city. That's what they're calling it. So like I said, I'm happy a lot of this stuff is being called out, you know, because you got families sitting in the courtroom grieving, wanting justice for their loved one. Okay? Wanting justice for their loved one. And then it's a slap in the face when the judge say, well, you know, Mr. Such and such, I'm going to sentence you to this. And I want you to get a job, and I'm going to let you back out and you be an upstanding citizen. That is a slap in the face to the person that they took out and to the families that sit in there in the courtroom grieving. Okay. And so that's the reason why I say, especially with us, y'all know I have to get on us because I'm Black. With our people, we're going to have to decide what it is that we want. Do you want the criminals to be out on the street? Okay. Or do you want them in jail? Because, see, you can't have it both ways. Because, see, I understand that what the media does when they want to push an agenda, which is why a lot of people don't take our community seriously anyways. They'll start promoting propaganda in the media. Yeah, you know, we got to, they putting all the Black men is in jail. And so we're going to start a rally. They'll get somebody, I don't mean no harm, white. Because, you know, as a lot of Black people feel like if it ain't white, it ain't right. We get a white person to lead it. And then we following behind somebody to rally for all of these hardcore criminals to get out of jail. And they want them out of jail so that crime can surge. But where is it going to surge at? Right in the Black community. You can't uphold Junebug just because that's your nephew and you already know Junebug ain't no damn good. Junebug been breaking into houses. He been breaking into houses. You already know what your son doing. You know, somebody was telling me, I forget who it was, that a 15-year-old boy was caught with a lot of weapons, okay, and a lot of key fobs. So you got a juvenile court judge because Steve Mulroy is not over juveniles. And so what's happening is a lot of these OGs that I was talking about that ain't no damn good, they going and getting 15-year-old boys and 14 and 12 and 9 and 10-year-old boys who ain't got no guidance at home. Because your 15-year-old, your 9, 10-year-old son ain't got no business outside after 6 o'clock, really. So they going and getting them and having them to go and commit all these crimes. And so you gotta, and I love Judge Sugarman. I love him. You know, he's a nice guy. He's absolutely gorgeous. Okay. His dad and them, he has a reputable family. His dad was Judge Attorney Sugarman, who was Dr. King's and them attorney back in the civil rights era. But Judge Sugarman is letting too many of these juveniles just go. And so that's the reason why you got these old Negroes going getting these juveniles now. And it's like a revolving door. A lot of people looking at Steve Mulroy with that, but Steve Mulroy has no jurisdiction over juveniles at all. So even though Judge Sugarman is a Black man, he's going to have to be held, his feet is going to have to be held to the fire too. Because now there's a strategy going on. You got all these teenagers that's 9 and 10 years old because these OGs ain't no damn good. Getting somebody's child and ruining them and sending them out. And the first thing they'll say, well, you know, they already was out there crashing out. You old nigga, so you gonna mess up somebody's child? So it's a lot of stuff that's going to have to change in our community. And one of the things is we're going to have to unite and start paying attention. But as soon as somebody raised up a leader, that have y'all noticed there really hadn't been any real leaders in our community since like the Dr. King era or the Malcolm X era? We had Minister Farrakhan, but they even shadow banned him. They kicked him off of the air and stuff. And it is because every time somebody starts rising up, they take them out. And you know why they're able to take them out? Because they get black people to start working with them. Okay, we'll throw these Negroes over here a bone. And it don't take much. You ain't even got to give a lot of people in our community a bone. All you got to do is start rising up, even if you're going to be beneficial to our community, and our community get jealous. That nigga think he's something. Yeah, he helping us. Yeah, we ain't slaves no more, but we gonna kill him because he getting all the gals and I ain't. That's the reason why I say it's got to be a different mindset in our community. Okay? And so while we sitting, and then another thing, we sit and we wait for another leader to rise up. A lot of these kids, well, who gonna lead my kids? You lead your kids. Leadership starts in the home. Get off the drugs, get off the crack and the fentanyl, and start watching your kids and leading them. But people don't want to hear that. Well, you know, I'm a black man, I'm a black woman, I always had pain. Okay, well then you need to go get you some help. And until you get you some help, you need to stop having all them damn babies that you messing up. But people don't want to hear that. Everybody in our community want to pacify in their mouth. I don't like Tamara because she be talking about black people. Says I'm a black woman. You ought to want to hear it from me. These damn black men, a lot of them, not all of them, they helping to destroy our community, which is reason why God whooping them raggedy, because they supposed to be leading our community. They're supposed to be leading the women and the children. Instead, they feel like they're supposed to abuse, assault, okay, and violate the women, and they misleading the children. And that's the reason why a lot of these black men can't catch a break, because they putting that bad karma into the atmosphere. They supposed to be leading the whole damn community. It ain't no reason why you got black men, old Negroes, sitting up on YouTube and on TV and on social media talking about, yeah, we ain't gonna, you wrong if you snitch on somebody that try to kill your mama. This is the type of stuff that they putting into the atmosphere. They leave their own damn kids wrong. Yeah, son, you better go spin. And then somebody take his son out. Negro, you the reason your son gone. You misleading your child. You ain't never been no example to him. Son, you better go spin. And then somebody take him out. So it ain't going to change until there's a mindset. No police officer, I don't care how many police officers they hire, no police officer can have more influence over your child than you. You know, I was looking at one of my friends today. You know, I love him to death. He was just promoted. He was one of the ones that was working the Young Doss case, but now he's been promoted. So he's gone, he's out in the field now. Okay. Always been a good person, always been a kind person, a dedicated person, a hard worker. He deserves everything that he gets. He needs to go all the way up to chief, because he always been dedicated since we was in traffic. Okay. And I think about some of my friends that I talk to. Y'all, police officers can't raise your kids. They can't raise them. I don't care how much compassion they have, but you got people, like I always say, that get mad. Okay. Well, the police shouldn't be, we don't need the police. Why you don't need the police? Because they ain't doing their job. Okay, what are they not doing? Well, we supposed to have a curfew, and they don't even make my son come in the house. I don't even know what my son is. That's the reason why I say it's got to be a different mindset. If the police were doing their job, Junebug would be in the house. No, lady, if you was doing your job, Junebug would be in the house. It ain't the police job. The police can't be everywhere. And it ain't nowhere in the world that I would ever want a police officer to have more influence over my kids than me. Even though my kids are grown now, I don't want nobody to have more influence over them than me. I gave birth to them girls. So that's the reason why I say it ain't gonna get no better in our community, y'all, until there is a different mindset, a changing of the mind. All of this jealousy in our community. Hell, we was the ones that was supposed to be down there in droves, letting Steve Mulroy know, look here, we gonna get together and you gonna be gone. We the ones gotta live in the inner city. Well, I don't like all this crime, but if I get down there and say something, Junebug, that's my son. He like to go and spin on people. So if I say something, Junebug might be in that batch that they get. That's the reason why I say, y'all, it's got to be a renewal of the mind with our people. It ain't gonna get no better until we change our mindset. These men gonna have to stand up and take their position and stop trying to blame everything on the women. I ain't getting no job. It's my gal. It's my gal fault. Well, why is it her fault? She didn't get me no car to go to work. Don't get me started, because y'all know I'll go in about that. But y'all, when things are out of order, God ain't gonna bless no mess. And there is a God. I don't care how folks feel like they running something. You can't do it without God. But as I always say, faith without works is dead. You can't just get on your knees. Well, I'm just gonna pray. I'm gonna pray that my 7-year-old son act right and stop staying out all night. A person like that needs to be in jail. And I'm telling y'all, it's going on. You got people that's running to the police, telling the police they ain't doing their job because they 7-8-year-old son, they can't find. The police ain't doing no job. They ain't even looking for my son. He's 7 years old. He ain't been home in 2 days. Y'all, I'm not making this up. It's happening. So those are the ones you see. We don't need the police. They ain't doing their job. My son been gone 7 years old. He been gone for 2 days. He always do this and they can't find him. Because he want to be at his friend's house, or he done got with some gang members and they using her son up. She know where he at. So when her 9-year-old son come in the house with a bankroll, she ain't got no problem with it. Lil Rufus, give me some of that money. She ain't got no problem with it. Until somebody popped Lil Rufus. He wasn't number 9 years old, a baby. You already knew what they had your son doing, lady. You was okay with it as long as you was benefiting from it. People don't want to hear the truth. I ain't got no, listen, as I always say, I'm in my damn 40s. I ain't had a baby. My last baby was born 22 years ago. I think she's 22. Okay. So I can't put that. Everybody want a titty in their mouth. I ain't got no milk in my breast, so I can't breastfeed you. You're gonna have to eat this meat. Everybody in our community want a pacifier in their mouth. If you in your 30s and 40s, you still sucking on a pacifier, you want somebody to give you some milk, some breast milk, you retarded. It ain't gonna get no better until our mindset change. I keep saying that. And even if I had milk in my breast, I ain't gonna breastfeed you, because I don't breastfeed no old niggas, because they don't want to hear the truth. Okay, either eat some steak or choke on it. Okay, but your ass is gonna have to get up off the pot if you want something better in your community. And a lot of these criminals are coming out of these folks' homes. It don't make no sense what is going on when these people are upholding what's going on. Like I said, one of my friends was telling me, he said, Tamara, we did a sting and we walked into a house of a teenage boy they had some kind of auto theft situation going on. He said, we did a sting, so we got a warrant and we was able to go into his mama's house. He said, when we walked in there, all of the key fobs He said like over 100 or 200 key fobs and different IDs with people's wallets and stuff was sitting out on the boy dresser. He said it wasn't, he didn't have it hid. It wasn't up under his bed. It wasn't in no box. Hundreds of key fobs and different wallets and IDs was sitting out on his dresser where when his mama walked in, she could look at him. And the first thing the mama said, well, I didn't see it. He said, just sitting out. So, you know, when she walked into his room, she saw it. She had been seeing it. He had been pulling up in her driveway with different cars. She didn't ask her son where he was getting them cars from. No, she didn't care. But as soon as the police take him to jail, they just want to see a black man down. Soon as somebody pop him for trying to come up in their driveway, he wasn't nothing but a baby. Well, lady, you've been turning the blind eye the whole time, and these men got to do better. Okay? I talk about the women because we know most households are single parent households. And a lot of women are upholding what their sons are doing as long as they're benefiting from it. But a lot of these men gonna have to straighten their act up and get back in their sons' lives. It ain't no reason for these men to be spreading a bad message that they're spreading as it relates to what's going on with a lot of these kids. Man, I don't deal with my son because, you know, I don't like my baby mama. No, you don't get no pass, Negro. You need to straighten yourself up and get into your son's life. It ain't no reason why no OG should be influencing your son. No OG should even feel comfortable enough to go to another man's child and lure them into going doing hits and stuff for them. It shouldn't even be happening. But more people are trying to outsource their responsibility instead of taking care of their very own home. And it ain't gonna get no better until we change our mindset. But as far as our community as a whole, everybody takes advantage of the Black community because they already know we divided. Everybody takes advantage of the Black community. We have that covetous spirit. Well, you know, I don't want to see Terrence. We're gonna go there and mess with her numbers. You can't mess with a girl that's blessed. You can't mess. A lot of these folks in their graves right now constantly having bad luck because they messing with a person that's covered and blessed and protected. But it only happens in our community. A lot of the stuff you see a lot of these Black people doing, they would never do to another community because they already know that they organized and they ain't gonna get away with it. I'm not trying to promote anything happening to the Iranians. I love the Iranians, even though they don't care for Black people. I love everybody. But I often think about how the Iranians own all of these gas stations and stuff. Okay? They stay open 24 hours. You got a lot of these cuckabug head Negroes, okay, that claim that they own fentanyl and they own all kinds of drugs. And you know, I was on crack. You know, they think crack is whack. They laugh at crack and they doing heroin and meth. I do the big boy stuff. I do meth, slob and stuff running all out their mouth. When people on crack act way better than these folks on heroin and lean and these meth heads, and they got the nerve to think they better. Okay. But the Iranians stay open all night. But the Iranians don't play. They already know if you go up in the Iranian shop, the Iranians feel like it's a honor to die. I'm gonna get my 7 virgins and I'm going on wherever I'm gonna go. Okay, so these cuckabug heads know that's out there committing the crimes. So what they'll do is, even on methanol, they wandering all out the meth house, high out their mouth. I'm getting ready to go rob somebody. The Iranian store lit up, they open. That's going to Iranian store. Now, we ain't going in there because they're going to get their damn machete out and start chopping at their damn neck, or they're going to throw a grenade at them. We all going to die, nigga. So they don't want to die. They want to commit all these crimes, but they don't want to die. Now, we ain't going to mess with the Iranians because we all going to die. Even with the brain fried, they know better. We're going to go to Miss Lula May house. She 90 years old. Y'all know it's something wrong when you got older people. You got young people and people that know better breaking up into old women houses, y'all. It's happening. Not only are they robbing them, you got young men raping 80 and 90. Man, let's get old women that are widows. And these Negroes, they tell, well, we don't want to do nothing to them because, you know, we don't snitch because we want to get them ourselves. If you're a real man, a Negro like that ain't even supposed to be able to come back to the neighborhood. He ain't even supposed to, but instead, they know what they doing, ain't doing nothing to him, ain't protecting the community or nothing. But that's what's happening. So it's got to be some repercussions, okay? It ain't no repercussions. And you think anybody outside of our community gonna care more about our community? No, they hope we kill each other off. They hope all of us die. Because look at what goes on. They feel like a lot of us are menaces anyways. Let them kill each other off. And that's exactly what we're doing. But it seems to me the only thing that constitutes a lot of these so-called thugs that's committing these crimes, they want you gone. And they have people that's supposed to be logical that work with them if you successful. It seemed like to me in the Black community at this point, that's the only crime. Somebody work hard. She thinks she's something. We gonna kill her. You got old rusty niggas, old rusty cuckabug heads that get jealous. That's really supposed to be setting examples. They spewing out a lot of that hate. Yeah, we gonna do this because I'm jealous of her. She thinks she's something. So y'all, like I said, it ain't. Hey, I'm happy this stuff is happening with Steve Mulroy because y'all know I could go on and on, but it ain't gonna get no better in our community until we change our mindsets, and we're gonna have to come up off of them codependent personalities that we have. Everybody, it seems like every other person in our community has a codependent personality. Okay. Well, you know, I drinks because I got all this pain. You know, I'm on drugs because I got all this pain going on because you know, I can't stand to think about you know, this and that. Well, you're gonna still have them same problems after you come down off of that high. So you might as well get you some help and deal with it some kind of other way. You know, all of this codependency just gotta stop. It's gotta stop. Our community needs some help. You know, you have a lot of, you know, I be hearing Black men, I be listening to them because I love Black men. I talk about them, but I love them. Okay. And I hear Black men say all the time, well, you know, because they supposed to be the ones leading the community, but ain't nobody gonna look to no damn fool to lead no community. Just because you're a Black man, it don't mean that you're automatically supposed to lead the community, especially if you got a scatter brain or a fried brain. It's scrambled egg fried because you're popping pills and smoking something every day. But I hear Black men say all the time, well, you know, I can't leave my community because it's too many strong Black women. Says y'all women want to be strong. Well, a lot of these Black men put us in positions where we got to be strong. No woman is gonna respect a man that ain't taking care of home. If she got to take care of you financially and you able to work, she can't respect you. I can't. First of all, I don't know how they do it because I'm not going to. I never have and I never will. But in order to be a leader, you got to be a provider and a protector. But people find any excuse not to do what they're supposed to do. The Black men are supposed to be hearing from God. They're supposed to be leading the community. They're supposed to be in commune with God. And then they're supposed to be leading their women and their children. I'm going to tell you something, as strong as I am, and there's a lot of women got strong personalities that make stuff happen just like me. She get a man that's providing and protecting and leading. She gonna follow him. Girl, you believe, girl, I believe everything he say because he ain't led me wrong yet. I ain't studying about what you saying. Click up, I'm following him. But instead, they brains fried, a lot of them. They ain't got no jobs. And you already know they weak because they want to blame everything on their women. They want to talk down on their women. They want to beat them. A man that argues and fight a woman can't be trusted. I don't even know how other men deal with them. They'll do anything. Okay? But that's the reason why our community is in disarray, because the men have not taken their position and they refuse to take it because they want to go pop a pill. They ain't leading their sons right. Son, you a wimp if you go and testify. Yeah, I know that man came up in our house and killed your mama, but you better not. You gonna be a snitch. You ain't gonna make me look bad. This is how they leading their sons, y'all. And so a lot of the women have to step up and remove their children from toxic environments like that. If he ain't browbeat her down mentally. Okay. And so that's the reason why I get mad when every time I be looking at some of this stuff and they go, you know, the white people just want to hold the black man's down because they got him in jail. Okay, did a white man make you go beat and rape a black girl? Did the white man do that? Well, you know, we got all this pain, so you know that's why I did it. Y'all, it's got to be a renewal of the mind with our people. All of this blame and this toxicity, if you hurting, you need to go get you some help. A lot of churches give free counseling and stuff. I ain't got no insurance. Go to a church. Walk up into a church. Detox. A lot of you got to detox. You're gonna have to. Go to the drug rehab. Okay. But God is gonna hold these men responsible for not protecting and providing. A lot of these men feel like what they're supposed to do is live off of women and use women. I can't stand a man that feels like his come up is off of a woman. He too weak for me. He too weak for me. I don't like weak men. Nigga, you want me to provide for you. And you think I'm gonna respect you? No. And then your son's looking at that. Your daughter's looking at that. So now your son looking for a woman to take care of him, and your daughter feels like she's supposed to provide and protect a man. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's out of order. God can't bless that. Well, we supposed to go 50-50. Well, I mean, I understand in households now, you know, two people have to work. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But you probably, if you can't provide and take care of that whole household, you probably all not be getting, you know, you might need to look at other options until you can do it, because traditionally that's how it's supposed to be. Right? A lot of people don't know that though, child. That's another story. But anyways, y'all, I wanted to talk about that with Steve Mulroy because yeah, like I said, y'all, I've seen it. Like I see it every day, and more women. Cypress said, God, please bless the pimping. Well, Cypress, that's the reason why God is whipping a lot of these men raggedy right now, because of how they treat women. God says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. The woman is the favor. That's what a lot of men don't know. That's the reason why their ass is walking around here now looking like they're going to be dead any day. Mouth and stuff twisted, pants and shit twisted all the way around, looking like something out of a damn horror movie, because they mistreating women. You obtain your favor when you treat your woman and your kids right. She is the favor. Because if you righteous, God gonna make sure she right. She can help to take you to another level, because he gonna put you with a woman with a winner's mind. But men are, a lot of these men so broken now. I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna beat her down. She got her self-esteem too high. I don't know how the women deal with it. Okay, because I tell them in a minute, nigga, you think you gonna talk down to me? You can go crawl back up in your mama's damn. You know what? I almost said something. My mama might be on here though. I put this on my main page. She might have, I don't want to talk too bad. Because y'all know how I get down in here when I get mad. Okay? I have no scruples. I talk bad. Okay? That's right, Brother Dwayne. Most women, most men, when men first meet women, he probably get the best version of her until she find out he full of shit. Then she turned mean and can't stand him. You think you gonna make a fool out of me and play me? No, she ain't gonna be able to stand you, especially if she loved you or cared about you. She gonna be mean to you because she gonna get to thinking about this nigga think he playing me. This nigga went and did this. He went and thought this chick was better than me. And she watching me. So now I can't, you don't have respect for him. No, you don't even like him. She too mean, you right. And so when she get with another man, he get the best version of her because he came in being real. She nice to him. She helping him to go to another level. You damn right, nigga. She was the blessing. You didn't know it. You was looking at spray painted grass and you didn't even realize you had the grass was green. It was for real green on the side you was already on. Okay. So yeah, I've been mean to men that think, especially when they got the best version of me, nigga, you think you playing me? You better be glad I don't try to make your life a living hell, but instead I'm gonna pay you dust. And no, we can't be friends because I don't be friends with people that think they played me. You just lost a good one. Bye. Go stand on the spray painted sides and kiss my ass. And when you find out that it ain't real, you can't never come back. You don't choose nobody else over me. I don't forgive you for that. I'm first. I don't play second to no woman. That's the reason why I can never be a mistress. A lot of women need to think like that. If they held these Negroes' feet to the fire, either he gonna act right or he can get on. Because a lot of times they standing in the way of something that's going to be good to you anyways. Okay. I know it. I see it every single day. People hire me all the time I was telling y'all about, I get hired all the time to do investigative work, especially a lot of divorce cases and stuff. I go, dog, I get to looking at these folks messing up their homes for that. Because I'm going to tell you something about a woman, because I'm a woman. They be looking at these men and how these men, wives and stuff carry themselves. And she ain't even half of what that woman is. And looking at everything that man got. Oh, I could live in that house. She don't even realize that she could never carry the water that woman is carrying. She helped that man to get that. She ain't even got the brain. So she watching that woman. She freaking him up because he weak-minded. She watching his wife trying to become everything that woman is. And then the grass is spray painted. These men leaving home for something that's fake every day and losing everything. Yeah, my wife didn't do me right, nigga. She should have left you 10 years ago. Okay. My wife was mean. Then his wife remarried, help another man because she the blessing. He go to his peak. Oh Lord, that woman, the best thing that ever happened to me. And he's sitting up talking about my wife did me wrong because she left him because he's sitting up playing with her. Because women is all about competition, especially an insecure woman. If you got a wife or a woman and she got it going on, that woman is going to do anything to prove to herself that she can take you. And it ain't until you have lost her that you realize she don't even want me. She was in competition with my damn wife and now another man got her. Okay. So I don't respect men like that. I see it every day when they hire me, when a woman go, and I'm gonna tell you something, white women know how to fight. They hit them pockets. And after they hit them pockets, he left with nothing. So that woman gonna leave him anyways. His wife has moved on, so now she gonna move on because it wasn't him she wanted. She wanted to be in competition with that high class, high standard woman that he was with that was helping him to win. Something that she never compared to anyways. Now she gone and he left with nothing. But the Bible says whatever man soweth, that's just what he gonna reap. Okay. So a lot of these men, when they get them a good woman and they start treating her right and doing what he's supposed to do, he'll see how he gonna start going up, because she is the blessing. She is the blessing. He'll get the best version of her. And I'm not saying all women are innocent, because there's a lot of crazy women, and they miss out on good men. So what these men need to do is, she crazy. You probably never should have been with her anyways. What you need to do is you need to step away and move on. Men, if you're going to cheat, get you a separate phone. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't know. See, that's what I'm talking about. Men are just insisting on that they want to cheat. Oh, God. I'll thank her if she thinks that she took him, and shake her hand, because he's her problem. That's right. He's her problem now with his pitiful ass. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Anyways, y'all. Hopefully, with them holding Steve Mulroy's feet to the fire, he will allow his prosecutors to do what it is that they've been doing for many years before he even came out of the law school, child. Them prosecutors been there for years, prosecuting cases. And he come from a law school, never tried a case, and want to try to tell them and talking about restorative measures. Don't know damn about. I want to hear about that. If you take out my loved one, I want to. If I can't see you fry in the electric chair, I do want to see you get life in prison. But when you get to talking about, oh, we'll give them 5 years, and when they get out, we're going to demand that they take all these classes, it's something else that's going on. I'm like, that man, that's illegal. You hooking up with all of these nonprofit organizations that nobody ever heard of, that's offering all these classes because they get millions of dollars from the government. That means somebody might be getting some money up under the table to let all these criminals out and demand that they go take these classes from these nonprofits that's getting millions of dollars from the government. And they don't care about what happens when they let these hardcore criminals back out, because they're going back to the Black community to finish killing up the Black people. So he needs to just go on back to the law school. I don't mean no harm. That's what's going to have to happen. He's going to have to go on back to the law school. Yep. Keep your blessings. Don't give them away. If y'all are y'all hitting the like button? Because y'all know when I get in here, y'all run the likes up for me. Y'all keep hitting the like button. Run the likes up. If you don't have on your notifications, turn on all of your notifications. If you are on Real Talk with Tamara 2, make sure you go and subscribe to Real Talk with Tamara. I got 2 pages, okay? A lot of people don't know it, that it's 2 pages that's going. So come and subscribe to Real Talk with Tamara also. If you haven't subscribed to Real Talk with Tamara 2, go over there and subscribe to that. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Facebook. I be on Instagram, but I don't know a whole lot about Instagram. I'm Real Talk with Tamara on Facebook. I do communicate with my people now, but please don't come into my inbox with no obscene stuff, okay? Because I don't like crazy people. I try to live a sane life. They will realize once they start cheating and the lady ain't what he thought she would be, he's gonna lose out. Yeah, they be trying to come back. No, you're gonna have to stay over there. You chose, so you're gonna stay over there. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Like, share, and subscribe. The DA thinks policy in academia transfers to the practical world, and that application does not work in its entirety. Even if you're not cheating, that good woman gonna violate your privacy. Well, that's just a woman's nature. We nosy. I know I am. I'm real nosy. I don't want to go through nobody's phone. But you know, if he gets up and walk out when he get certain phone calls and walk into another room, yes, I'm gonna, you know, be walking past the door to see, because I want to hear what's on the other end of that phone that you don't want me to hear about it. You going outside? Okay, I'm going outside too. I'm gonna be out there in the garden because I need to hear what's got you, the reason you had to get up and walk out. And then when you walk back in, I'm gonna say, who is it? See, I think that's, people don't have respect for their significant other. Why you asking me who it was? You don't respect me. What do you mean? You all not have a problem with telling me who it was. You're supposed to be able to talk about anything in front of me. Why you have to get up and walk out? Yeah, I think it's good to know who you're dealing with. Nothing wrong with that. And that's not controlling him, but it's just not being a darn fool. Men are very possessive. They have issues when they think their woman is being secretive, but when, you know, she's being possessive, when she feels like something is wrong, because women are very intuitive. He want to go lock up in rooms. Now see, you know, hey, I know somebody that happened to. She was saying that you know, when her husband got, and it was her husband, got certain phone calls, he would go into another room and lock the door and talk to the person. I don't mean no harm, y'all. I came from the streets. I grew up in South Memphis. But I ain't gonna have no husband or no man that's gonna get a phone call and go lock up into a room and talk to the person. I don't mean no harm, but I'm gonna kick the door in. I'm gonna kick it in because he got me all the way effed up. See, the men be bringing the crazy out of women and then say, "Ooh, she crazy," but they don't be talking about what they did. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Well, then that means, Kevin, you're gonna be okay when I kick the door in. Because see, as far as I'm concerned, you trying to talk to your woman in peace, and you ain't gonna do that in the house with me. And I'm not kidding. I'm not saying that just because I'm on here. I'm telling the truth. I will do it. And see, that's when it's time to just leave too, because you know, a man have, you know, do stuff like that and have you acting like that. It's just time to go. Because I'm kicking that door in. Cypress, I come back into your comment. Cypress, stay single. You'll be ready at 65. Oh my God. He says, hey baby, I'm running to the store. You need anything? All jokes. Well, it ain't nothing wrong with him going to the store. But you know, if he run into the store and he come back like 6 hours later, that's a problem. People don't want to respect folks anymore. That's all that is. They want to do whatever they want to do and call you possessive, when you call it out. So do y'all think that Steve Mulroy should be removed? What y'all think? Do y'all think he should be removed? They forcing Steve Mulroy to make a change. He gonna have to. He can. He does. Memphis is in a state of emergency. He don't have the luxury of trying to save the world. These criminals got to be locked up. Yeah, Steve Mulroy. God gave Adam man dominion, not Eve woman. Cypress, you saying the woman has to mind her. You are her business. If you in a relationship, that's right. You are her business. I agree. I absolutely 100% agree. Gristle said that's psychotic. Now, what psychotic is for a man to be around his woman and think he could go into a room and his phone ring and he think he can go into a room and lock up and talk to whoever it is whispering. No, that's what's psychotic. Hey, Kimberly. Ashley says, I think he should be an example for other DAs that are not properly performing their jobs. He said, it all depends on how long he be gone. It doesn't take all day to do nothing. But if he pay all the bills, he should be able to go in that room. And he pay all the bills, and I love him for paying all the bills. I respect him, and I love him. And, you know, he the head of the household, but he going to respect me. He going to respect me. And I'm going to kick the dough in that house that we share together, okay? The bills that he pay, and because he gonna pay and get the door fixed. That's what he gonna do. He gonna pay and get the door fixed after I kick it in. You right. He pay all the bills and he gonna pay to get that door fixed because he wanted to go into a room and lock up and talk to somebody. The Black Barbie 777 says, no, we're going into a room to talk to the person. He said, being in my business ain't having my best interest. What kind of business you got? Your woman is your business, Cypress. I don't know what you said. Y'all is out of y'all damn minds. He pay all the bills in that house and he gonna pay to get that dough fixed after I kick it in. I know what they say. That's not ladylike. Okay. What he's supposed to do is make sure I'm always able to show him the softer side of me. Be more. Women want to be vulnerable with their men, but they be wanting to sit up and play games and stuff. Kicking in the door, waving. Yeah, watching Miss Tam. Them old heads love that single piece blue. I'm telling you, want to go lock up into another room? I don't play those type of games. Period. I would never cheat on my husband. I wouldn't. As a matter of fact, I don't recommend cheating to anybody. I cheated back. I cheated back. Well, Omar, well, that means that that's not the person for me, Omar. Reading book says there would never be a next pack. Could have looked what could look what happened. Cypress says I'll cheat on my wife depending on the situation. Oh my God. You would cheat on your wife? Kimberly says, I don't look for trouble in my marriage, but best believe he knows that if I find it, it is a wrap, no doubt. Over. Yeah, because I'm loyal. That's the reason why I don't take them back. Y'all hit the like button for me. Hold on, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit all on all the notifications. He do, Ashley. I believe it. People have gotten too comfortable with just disrespecting their significant other. Y'all, it's not cool. It's not cool to make a person feel a certain way. It's not cool to do stuff like that. Just because you want to be selfish. I respect the person better by saying, listen, hey, listen, this right here, I want to be a good person for you, but I like multiple women. And so I'm not going to even keep you tied up. As much as it may hurt that person, it's just best to let them go on. Okay. But instead, folks are so greedy. They want to have multiple women. They want to lie. And I can't stand for a person to try to make it seem like that somebody is crazy just because they on top of what they're doing. Because one thing of what men don't know, and a lot of women won't say it, what men don't know is one thing about women. When they know that you're dating or could be messing around with another woman, they will get into communication with that woman, and they be communicating, and the men don't even know it because she want to let that woman know, hey, look, he ain't no good, and this what he said. No, they'll do it. That's the reason why the men say, well, why you in communication with her? She don't mean no good. Now a lot of them, some of them be lying. But for the most part, if she reaches out to another woman, it is because something is going on. Or if another woman reach out to you, with something going on. Someone was speaking on we need a leader. Why nobody outside of community could base it on so many assassins of ones we had. Well, reading books, I agree. But a lot of the reasons that the assassins go on is because our community won't come together and make sure that whoever it is that is out front as it relates to representing our community is protected. If they knew that there was going to be some real repercussions for taking down our leaders, they would not do it. But instead, what they do is they go get a few cuckabug heads and incorporate them into the back door, as people say, the double cross, and get them to infiltrate situations and take down the Black leaders in their very own communities. Look at how, with Dr. King, how they had other Black so-called leaders who was jealous of him in the civil rights movement to help to set him up. Yep, it will work if the person just keep it real. Right. And so if you keep it real, hey, my thing is I don't do friends with benefits. You can't, we can't do anything else. I'm gonna go on and give me another man. But see, they don't be wanting that. They want to be able to play with you and play with everybody else. He does not represent the old heads. Oh my God. Y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure y'all turn on all of y'all's notifications. Because what has been happening is my subscribers, their notifications have been getting turned off. It is sickening. But that's cool too. Y'all just turn them back on. If you find yourself unsubscribed, just resubscribe to the channel. He said, "Love you, ladies, for staying loyal." Yeah, I mean, I'm very loyal to somebody I'm dedicated to. That's the reason why I take it hard when they, when they violate my trust. It's never the same. He said, "Kevin, I'm an old lady and I have always been a one-man woman." Tam, you don't believe in second chances? I mean, I'm giving second chances to about a couple, and they did the same thing. They just, the only thing they did was prove to me why I don't forgive. That's the only thing they did. They reconfirmed why I don't forgive, and what my grandmother used to always say: just let one hurt do, go on with your life, and don't look back. I gave them second chances, and they proved to me that they was the scumbags that they, again. So I don't know why I even let them prove to me twice that they were scumbags. Y'all hit the like button for me. Hit the like button for me. Like, share, and subscribe. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking at something. Remy, leave him alone. Missy, how many times to hit the like button? Hit the like button. I think you can only hit it one time. Hey, Easy Money. Get out. I'm still shook over MLK and Dr. King and Malcolm X. Yeah. But you know what's got me more shook is that we haven't had any leaders to rise up in that capacity since. That's unheard of. Every community has a leader and they're able to rise up. But it's like there are no leaders that's supposed to be able to rise up in the Black community. Y'all know why? Because there is an agenda for the Black community. We're always supposed to be consumers, and everybody takes advantage off of using us as guinea pigs, and they take advantage off of our trauma. They take advantage. People just get money off of taking advantage of the Black community. They get rich. And that's the reason why I don't understand why our people don't stick together to overcome these type of circumstances. Other leaders don't allow it to happen in their communities. Kimberly says, Tamara, I'm so glad I've been married for 21 years and still going strong, because I don't have time for the cheating drama. I'm telling you. Yeah, yes, Farrakhan was a good leader. I still listen to Minister Farrakhan is like in his 90s now. I still like to go and listen to a lot of they banned him from media. They don't want him getting out messages about, you know, even before they started trying to you know, she said the father is very much needed in the life. Yeah, a good father is needed in the life of the child. Yeah, even before they even started trying to monitor what we say on social media now. I guess we really don't have free speech anymore, not unless you're violating somebody, because you could be speaking some positive words and they'll say, you know, they'll strike you and stuff for speaking positivity and speaking life into people's life. But if you get on here, you start violating, you start talking about you're going to kill somebody, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. You know, they won't do nothing to you about that. It's like destruction is, you have to promote destruction in order to make money. And they even reward you for doing it. And it's unfortunate, a lot of people doing it. But we could change that if we came together and said, we're going to band together. And if this is not changed, then what's going to happen is we're not going to participate in doing this and that. The Black community is big. We could demand a whole lot, but the only demands that we make is that, you know, that other Black people don't make it, basically. That's it. Keeping the truth away from our culture and others to learn the truth about America. Right. They don't want anybody that's going to rise up and speak the truth. Because he was talking directly to Black men they don't even know it. That's the reason why they keep putting drugs in our community. And that's the reason why I say that Black men are going to have to open their eyes, because they're really the leaders, born with everything. God gifted them with everything. And so what they do is they put drugs in our community so that they can keep them sedated. They can keep the codependent personality. That's why I talk about that codependent personality, you know, so that they won't be conscious, so that they can't lead their women and children out of bondage. You know, the women can do it, but there's still an order. And the order is the men are supposed to rise up and truly lead their women and children and their community, come together and lead them out of bondage. But they can't do it if they brain fried and they on fentanyl and lean and all that stuff that they have put out there to keep their minds messed up, distorted. Okay. I've been married for 11 years and things still not all of that. I just pray and let go and let God. Yeah, you have to let go and let God. And the thing about it is, like, I have a sister who is married to a minister, and I'm not innocent. I be on here joking and stuff, but I'm not innocent either. I have my own issues, but we all have our own issues, right? But I'm a loyal person. Loyalty is a choice. It takes nothing to be loyal. All you got to do is decide, listen, this is what I want. If women can do it, men can do it too. This is my woman. This is what I want. And I'm not getting ready to ruin what I got going on for nobody else. I don't care how freaky they are. I don't care how freaky they say they are. I'm not even getting ready to allow my soul to enter anything like that, because I got to think about my woman and my children. So I'm not getting ready to bring that spirit into my household, because chances are I'm going to lose in the end. And that's what's happening. You got women doing it too. It's a lot of women cheating now. Black men have to set up counter system to compete against government assistance. You know what? That's something we because I was getting ready to really get into that, but as long as he's not cheating and beating. Right. And verbal abuse is wrong, making her feel insignificant. Some people are so messed up. They feel like the only way for them to feel like a man is to talk bad to their woman, or keep her feeling a certain kind of way, keep her self-esteem and stuff down or whatever. That's messed up. He said men talk breakdown, men situation, men a pause. All the women problems have men in it. So we have to be right. A man would be surprised at how far that he could go if he was very supportive of his woman. But if women are very emotional, so instead of him making her feel insignificant, if he was consistently helping to reaffirm, because people like to be reaffirmed, men do too, they could really be a power couple. But instead, a lot of people, men and women, they're so damaged. They want to make somebody feel as miserable as them. Oh, baby, this and that. Because there's ways to do anything. If you feel like your husband is gaining weight, okay, number one, is he stressed? Because now what you need to be trying to do is make sure, okay, is he stressed about something? Okay, so then we need to get to the bottom of that. And it says, oh, you gaining so much weight, baby. Let's start going to the gym together. If he's stressed about something, because y'all got too many bills, what you need to be trying to figure out, especially if you don't work. Okay, my man's stressed. I can't have him having no heart attack. I need to go get me a job, or I need to make something happen. Because I ain't get ready to have him dying. Just because I don't want to get out and work. Well, you the man. Now he needs some help. You his helpmate. You need to get your ass up and get out and go get a damn job, bitch. Oh, don't get me started. Because see, I see a lot of selfish women that are selfish, that have good men, and they feel like that they're supposed to just use them. No, everybody needs help. Yeah, the man is supposed to be the provider, but everybody needs help. You reaffirm your man, you ought to have a problem with him working 2 jobs, never being at home, coming home tired, getting back up, working again while you sitting at home. I'm just a traditional woman. No, now you ain't got the luxury of being a traditional woman. That's where that wisdom's supposed to come in. Your man is in need. He's stressed out. You get your ass up off that couch, bitch, and get out and get a damn job. Or you better make something work. Well, I'm a business owner. Well, you better start bringing in some revenue. Because if he got a trade, most men do. They very handy. You supposed to be, while you sitting your ass at home trying to figure out the business part to make some shake so your husband can be a full-time business owner. That's what teammates do. Okay? It's a lot of foolish women. A lot of women got it twisted. That's why God says the woman is the helpmate, not for you to take a good man and drive him to the grave. If you know, even if he don't say nothing and he got pride when he come in, he tired, he gaining weight, his health, his pressure and stuff going up, that man stressed out. Well, I can't work. I got these babies. Okay. Well, then what you need to be doing when them babies sleep, lady, you need to be trying to figure out a business plan so you can sit your behind at that computer and make some revenue and help your damn man. Especially if he a good man. But the problem is you got too many women that's using the gifts that they have and pouring it into a man that they ain't even never was supposed to be with. I gave him my income tax money. I ain't never seen so many women crazy. They let men flip their income tax. I gave him my income tax because I'm trying to pour into him being a good woman. That man ain't had no loyalty to you. You ain't even seen him in a year. And even if he was there with you every day, you don't let him go flip your income tax. That's right, and Stephanie, I'm gonna get back with you. I was thinking, Stephanie, I thought about you last night. I said, I got to get back with Stephanie. Okay? It's a lot of women that do foolish stuff. He worked because she want to wear designer clothes. So on a rainy day, all that working he doing, breaking himself down, they ain't even got no money. Stuff that don't even make no difference. Period. So yeah, a lot of women got to do better because I'm gonna tell you something. Women can have a lot of influence on a man. Here's the secret: a woman can make or break a man. She can build him up with her words, or she can break him down. But a wise woman gonna build up one that's worthy. Instead, women are pouring all of their good energy into men that ain't even worth a damn. He want all that good energy God has given her. He'll drain her dry, take all of her knowledge so he could go lay with a damn porn star prostitute and make her live good because he's weak. So what you got to do is be wise. If God is giving you a winner's mind, you build up a man that's worthy, that want to have something with you, that has shown you loyalty. Okay? New to you says, if you can't cook, Google it. That's right. I be learning a lot of recipes. I done almost turned into a chef. Looking at YouTube recipes, I do the traditional things, but I done got a little healthy with it. Like when I do like when I do my spaghetti and stuff. And I know a lot of men say, well, I don't want to eat no woman spaghetti. Child, please. The spaghetti ain't what's gonna get you hooked. Okay. That's not what's gonna get you hooked. What you want is what's gonna get you hooked. Okay. But I like to take my ground chicken and my ground turkey and put it on the grill and put it in, and then put it in the spaghetti. There is more women than men. They have killed off black men. And black men killing off black men too. Yep. My father brought his paycheck home. My mother paid the bills, invested and made our home while cooking, cleaning, and bearing 7 kids, married 52 years before he passed. Oh, wow. That's awesome. My granddaddy did that. My granddaddy had worked for Belts Enterprises. That was a construction company, one of the biggest companies around the Tennessee and Mississippi area in Arkansas. My granddaddy, I was going the junior high school that I was going to. When I would get home every Friday, my grandma would call home from work because he let her do whatever she wanted to do with her money. And I love my grandmama, but she didn't. She just she took care of her home, but she spent that money on things that frivolously. Okay, and so she would call home and say, "Have you been home?" Go back there in the back room and see if he'd been home. And I already knew because he got off work at 2, and he would have been home on Fridays. Every Friday, it would be 8 $100 bills on the nightstand. He would cash his check, bring his whole check home, and leave it on the nightstand for my grandmama every week to pay all the bills. If he needed a coat, he liked leather jackets and stuff. He would tell my grandma, I want me another coat. And she would go and buy him a leather coat. But she took care of the household. Now she spent, she was always, real good to us anyways. But she made sure he had everything. He was a good man. And so he ran a crap house. He ran a crap house down in I believe Nesbitt, Mississippi. And so whatever he made from his crap house, he got to keep that. But his check, he ran a crap house on the weekend. And whatever his check was during the week from Belts Enterprises, it went to my grandma, and then he got to keep the money that he made from the crap house for himself on the weekend. 45 and still haven't found the right woman. If not mutual, not worth the time. Kids all up in that fifth. When them folks come, you took my kids. They're sad. Right? A woman builds her house with her hands, not her mouth. Right. I agree. But like I said, a lot of men got to start allowing their women. Talking about, well, she was different. She was so nice when I met her. She was just so nice. We just had so much fun. So what you do for her to change? Did you start playing games with her? Did she find out you was a liar? Were you trying to screw everybody? Did she have other women reaching out to her, stalking her? All because of you? So yes, now she feels differently about you. She can't stand you. So you getting another version of her because you made her feel a certain way, and she get with another man, he get the best version of her. She gets to be vulnerable, she gets to be a helpmate, she gets to be all those things soft that she want to be because she got a man that's going to protect her, provide for her, and treat her right. My grandmother had 7 kids, would be up all night making their Easter clothes. Had one son made his Easter suit when time to go to church. She was too tired to go, but when granddaddy came home, dinner was done. Yeah, a lot of traditional women, they made sure that their houses were in order. You could eat off of the floor. Their kids were always clean. That was a full-time job. I follow Maddie's Kitchen and old school soul food Jeff. There's a chef that I follow. His name is but I'm gonna go follow them too because I like looking at them chefs. I like looking at like a lot of other stuff too. Like I like to follow. I love Italian food, so I love to look at the Italian food shows to be able to make authentic Italian food. I like looking at the Hispanics because I like spicy food too. To be able to make a lot of, like, I was looking at this show the other day. I think it's called the salted pepper. And she was making, I love Taco Bell Mexican pizzas. And she was making a Taco Bell Mexican pizza. It looks so good. And I am going to make it. She was showing how to make that. I am going to make it. I am 62 years old, been married for 40 years. I would love to have a place by myself without my husband and brother. I don't know. I think right now at this point in my life, like I be so busy that I be getting scared sometimes that somebody gonna try to come in and say, well, you know, you be too busy. I don't want you to be that busy. Like, especially while I'm still trying to build. Like, I got a few more things that I want to do so that I can get myself to a status of residual income every month. And so one of my friends was saying, well, Tamara, have you ever thought about like if you open up and get the right man, he could help you to get that income. But I guess for me, I got this mindset that I want to already have it just in case he be like the rest of them. Then ain't nothing gonna change when I kick him to the curb. Okay, that's just how I feel. I just want to be always want to be dependent on myself. Although I would love, I want a strong man to protect and provide. I just want to already have myself set at a status that if he don't turn out to be who he's supposed to be, because you know people can trick you, that it ain't nothing gonna change as it relates to my lifestyle. Women and men, quit letting society to determine your eligibility. Old school, leave something to the imagination. Put some clothes on, validate yourself. Then you can find that helpmate. I agree, because I remember like one time I was doing my show. I used to have it bad, but the mothers started getting on me. Like when I do my TV show, I be sitting up on the stool, and I used to wear and I still do, but I'm better about it now. Short dresses. The mothers used to call me and they used to go, I love, because you know I do a gospel show. They go, I love your show. They call me Tamia. I love your show and I love you. But we want to sit and look at your show. I can't look at your show when my husband's sitting here lusting at you. You need to put a cloth over your legs. They'll say we'll let you make it with the tall heels, but you know, they don't, you know how they talk. We don't want you reducing. They're trying to say seduce, reducing my husband now. And I had to think about that because it was the church folks, a lot of them that was putting their businesses and stuff on my you know, commercials and stuff. So I was like, well, I gotta change that, put on pantsuits and stuff, because I don't want the good church women to tell their husbands that they can't do business with me. Yes, the mothers will. Yes, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And when they was very supportive, like this one time I started selling something. And one of the mothers had met me. I wish I can remember her. God, she lived in, she was still driving and she met me. I'll never forget, on Elvis Presley. And I had on a V-neck tank top. And the first thing she did when I gave her stuff, she looked down. All she did was just look down at me. She said, and it made me feel so uncomfortable. I started trying to cover myself up. I was like, oh my God, without even saying anything, she was letting me know that my tank top was not appropriate. I felt so bad. I was like, oh Lord, I know she didn't approve of that tank top. Twisting the peppermint wrapper. New to you, I prefer independent, strong women, yet most are just too mean. Nikolai said, but Nikolai, a lot of people think that I'm mean. I'm so not mean. I'm such a sweet person. That's the reason why I be going in when people mess with me, because I'm such a nice person. I have to go ahead and cut them on up, and they get on my bad side. I don't forgive them because they never should have messed with me. Y'all hit that like button. Okay. Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do for dinner today. I'm gonna do grilled chicken on a stick. That's what I'm gonna do. A garlic grilled chicken on a stick. I love you too, Nicolay. Nutu says they call me sweet and sour. Lynn says Cypress on some BS. I see why he stays on the move. Cypress got a. I told y'all he got a whoremongering spirit. Cypress ought to be ashamed of himself. And he think it's okay to play with women. He gonna mess around and somebody gonna go ahead and cut their tongue up out his mouth. That ain't the only thing they gonna cut off if he don't stop. Oh, Juki Fruit is she didn't come today. I thank God. I love her so much, but I'd be so glad when Juki Fruit don't my day is Tuesday and Wednesday, and she didn't come yesterday either because our other grandma wanted to keep her. I was so happy when my daughter said the Juki Fruit is too busy. I be trying to work. I be trying to do some things from home. If I go over to the office, she be constantly moving around because I can't just leave. She don't like being in the swing and stuff anymore. She a big girl now, so I can't do anything but watch her. And she likes to talk all the time. Y'all hit the like button for me. So, ladies, since y'all are the motherboard for the upcoming generation, I wish y'all strength dealing with the baby hair. You know what? I don't even be knowing what people be talking about when they talking about baby hair. I hear a lot of men like to to gel their baby hairs down. I said we sure have. I don't even want to think about that. Like a lot of men um like to get gel and lay their baby hairs down. Now they're saying that that's the era that we're in now, where men are taking care of their baby hairs. I couldn't deal with a man that's standing in the mirror trying to gel down his damn baby hair. That's another thing that'll get him cussed out. See, I don't have time for stuff like that. My nerves and stuff bad. Baby, I got the gel down my baby hair. No, I tell you what, you're gonna have to go ahead and pack your bags. Cause I ain't gonna be dealing with no man putting gel on his baby hair, laying it down. TT Baby said she's like, I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo. Leos are the best. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Leos are the best. Leos are the best. Leos are the best. Okay, Lynn. Grissom Hardaway. Grissom, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Why do women want their little boys' hair long where they look like girls? I don't know. You know what? They say, I mean, I think I don't have no problem with women braiding their little boys' hair and stuff. But you know, the Bible says that Samson's strength was in there, it was in his hair. I've been told that we ain't even supposed to cut our hair. Now that's what I've been told. And I kind of believe that. I kind of believe our hair holds the reason why it's coarse. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna start because somebody was telling me about that. It sounds about right. Our strength, I believe, as it relates to protecting a lot of things, as it relates to our brain and a lot of other stuff. I think I love most women, yet only need one good one on my side. But Grissom Hardaway, most men say that, and when they get a good woman, they don't treat her right. They be wanting to play games. Y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here because I got some things that I gotta do, but I'll get back on tonight. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna do a platinum tonight. If I close out my case today, I'm gonna do a platinum tonight. If not, then I'm gonna just do a regular. Because then I'll be through and I can get on and tell y'all what I gotta tell y'all. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on all your notifications. If you've been unsubscribed, please resubscribe to the channel. But I got to get out and do some stuff right quick and close out some, run over to the office and close out some stuff. But I love you guys. I'll see y'all tonight. Okay. Talk to you later.